Okay, so we're going to continue talking about presidential elections. In this case, we're going to look at magazine covers from the 2008 election. Who was running in the 2008 election? Barack Obama. And he was running against?
John McCain.
John McCain. We're just going to look at magazine covers related to Barack Obama, in part because this is often called an historic election. What was historic about this election? Derek.
African American man was running for president.
Yeah, so African American candidate on a major party, and made it all the way to the campaign itself. So that's what we're going to be looking at. You have copies of some of these covers. Each person has one to look at. We're going to look at 6 covers and focus on target audience, and how the messages that you see deal with that. So we're going to start with this one. Okay, who has this cover? Okay, all right, so who's the target audience for this magazine?
Well, I mean, it's Ebony magazine, which is predominantly targeted to African Americans.
Okay.
And so that's pretty much who they're.
So African American target audience. And what are the messages about candidate Barack Obama that you see in this cover?
They make him look really heroic. Like they have him shot from a lower angle and his chin is up, and he's like, he looks really powerful, on the cover.
Okay, from the camera angles.
They make him look good.
Okay, and Rob?
And it says, "In our lifetime, are we really witnessing the election of the nation's first black president?" In the text, and the "in our lifetime" sort of denotes this notion of like something that we weren't expecting to see, or something that we were hoping for, but weren't expecting. So there is sort of this notion of something along those lines, but it says in our lifetime.
So how did those messages that you guys described, both of them, how do they in fact reflect the target audience of African Americans in particular?
I think their target audience in general would probably be supportive of Barack Obama. They would assume, so they make him look good.
Okay.
Make him look powerful.
All right. Okay, we're going to go on to the next one. So who has this one? Okay. Carly and Leon. Who's the target audience, first of all? What's the magazine?
Time magazine.
Time magazine. So target audience for Time magazine?
I think that it's probably like upper middle class, educated, older white people.
Okay, what makes you say that?
Well, with this one in particular, it's how his mother raised him, and has a picture of his white mother and how his mother made him the man he is today. And it's kind of like a nice reminder to white people that he is half white.
Okay. Okay, so very different. What are the messages about candidate Obama in this cover?
It's almost as if his mother made him who he is, he didn't make him who he is. And then on the cover, the mother is also white, so it's as if this white person made Obama who he is. You see what I mean? There's an external sense to his success. It didn't come from him.
Okay, so for both the text and the images, emphasis on white power or yeah.
It's like kind of might be comforting to apprehensive white people that he was raised by a white
So
woman.
comforting. Anything else that you can see that might be comforting?
It's a mother holding her child.
Okay. Family issues. Okay, going to go on to the next one. Who has this one? Okay, Jonathan.
This one, Rolling Stone, it's targeted to, I guess, everyone in America because Rolling Stone is a very popular magazine. And in the magazine, the cover of the magazine, they make Obama look almost godlike.
And what makes him look godlike?
Well, it says A New Hope, and they're, like, his face just looks very stoic and whatnot. And there's, like, the sky and the clouds behind him. So he looks really like a very heroic, godlike figure.
Okay, heroic. Shaniqua, you agree?
Yeah, that's something that we discussed. I feel like he definitely looked, very heroic, very serious. And I don't know, I was thinking like the target audience was like majority white, like upper middle class whites, because I don't think a lot of like African Americans read Rolling Stone too much. So that's what I was thinking, but I could agree to a certain extent at the same time. Like it's targeted towards everybody, but I was still kind of thinking in my head like majority white. Yeah, I thought it was interesting, just like the way it was shot and how it looks, like, because I'm like, why is it like, like kind of God-like, so.
Okay, so majority audience, let me come back to that just for a minute. All age groups, do you think? Your grandparents or Rob?
Yeah, Rolling Stone, it's like a young
More young, would you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah, more maybe college students, younger than that. So maybe a broader audience, unclear whether more majority white or broader than that, but it could be either. Okay, going on to the next one. Who has this one? Okay, Ian and JJ, target audience. This is a hard one.
Well, you could clearly see from what the title of the magazine and publication is called, it's targeted towards the Asian population. And the message you see behind this as well is that, well, the Asian American population support Barack Obama, and Obama supports the Asian American population.
Okay.
And you can clearly see this through the cover image that's featured prominently.
And what particularly about the cover image shows that Obama supports Asian Americans?
Well, you see him featured with two Asian women, so, and he's smiling, he probably has his hands around their shoulders, and he's standing comfortably with them. It doesn't look like he's, it looks like he's warm and familiar and
Yeah, I kind of looked at it as like he's a man of the people. He's shown with citizens, whereas in, you know, Rolling Stone or Ebony, he was more removed and, like they said, kind of Superman-esque. And here it shows that he can connect and he's one of us, so I don't know.
Great. Okay, and the last one. Okay, who has this?
I do.
Katrina. Okay, so target audience for this.
I thought just a very broad kind of target audience.
Okay, and what makes you say that?
Because the magazine is Newsweek. I don't think it's necessarily specifically for any, specific audience, just kind of general.
Okay, and what are the messages about candidate Obama?
I felt that it was about like a coming of age, coming into a new stage in life, and going from, this adolescence to kind of manhood.
Okay, and where do you see that?
Because in the title it says when Barry became Barack.
Uh-huh.
So Barry is a very, no, it's just like, it's a familiar name. Barack is more professional, I guess.
Okay, as an adult?
Yes.
Coming into an adult. Okay, so now I'm gonna look at all 6 of these. Oh, sorry, did somebody have this one? Sorry, Michaela. Okay, so I forgot, this is the 6th one. Michaela, target audience for this.
I'm assuming that Essence is targeted towards African American women because it says there's a health report for Black women on the top, but it shows them very happy as a family, and it's again the very common 2.3 family children, and they're prominent in the front. They all have the same sort of color combination with cool colors going on, and it's just a happy family at home. They're relatable, and they're just like you.
Okay. Terrific. All right, now I'm going to check all 6 of these covers. So as you look at these 6, in what ways do these magazines target their message to their particular audience? Now that you can compare these, and anybody can weigh in on this. Things that haven't been said, or particularly as you contrast them.
Well, they're all very different, about the same person. That's not easy to do, and they show him in a lot of different lights, so altogether, it kind of seems like he's everyone's man, and he can kind of mold to any situation. So that would show that he'd be a good president because, like I said earlier, he's a man of the people.
Man of the people and covering lots of different target audiences. Anything else? Leanne?
It's almost as if for each of the magazines, the main theme is relatability. So they'll tweak Obama's image so that he can relate to whoever's reading the magazine. So he'll either be extremely edited, like on the Rolling Stone magazine cover, or for Essence, it's a family magazine, so he's around all these women. He has only women in his family.
His family.
So I feel as if that's how they'll tweak his image so that he can appeal to